Week 4. Tennessee Williams. A Streetcar Named Desire. Scene 7 to 9. Stella is arguing with Stanley because Stanley said Blanche is lying all the time, and he wants to let Blanche go. Stella is first time to argue with her husband, and her emotion just like a volcano ready to erupt. She doesn't understand why Stanley desperate to catch Blanche away, and Stanley voiced loudly to complain to her. On the other part, Mitch is also known that Blanche's secret. He is shocking and didn't want to interact with Blanche. Blanche escapes to yelling and crying. I choose the parts Stella argue with Stanley and Mitch interact with Blanche. I think Stella with Stanley's part is interesting. The other is sadly and annoying. The part Stella with Stanley is interesting because Stella's reaction before scene 7 is much different than scene 7 to 9. Before scene 7, Stella used to be scared and not dare to speak for herself, even though she was often domestically abused by Stanley when she was pregnant. When Blanche found out and was worried about her, she felt that Stanley's behavior was normal, and she rationalized his behavior. After Stanley expressed his prejudice and abuse against Blanche, Stella just talked to him rationally, hoping that he can change his prejudice against Blanche. But this part Stella broke out. She felt that her emotion has been suppressed before, but this time she was directly arguing with Stanley and angry, and she was willing to express her dissatisfaction. The reason I find it interesting here is that Stella's behavior is quite different from the current one. I think it is because of the arrival of Blanche. She often shows confidence and ideas. She will also express her own feelings. I think Stella is effective by her personality. And Mitch with Blanche's side. Mitch is angry to Blanche because he found out her secret that she has been lying all the time, so he didn't want to see her. Even though Blanche's character has never been very likable when she first arrived at this place. You can feel from her dialogue about discrimination in here, and when she knew that Mitch found out her secret, she broke down. She started screaming, crying, and defending herself. She is collapsed and so nervous that she didn't know what to do. Blanche often shows that he was very sunny and happy, but in fact, she was scared of being alone and afraid to being abandoned. Without confidence, and this time I began to feel sad for her. I think from these two articles, landscape is reflected in the dialogue and performance. Branch clearly feel the backwardness here. And here it is also mentioned that girls' appendix on men is like an old idea from a long time ago. This place shapes the story of all. The residents' action and thoughts are influenced by this place.